Alright girls, here are the results of your first mock exams. Make sure you check your mistakes and work on those problems. Okay? First, Ajitani-kun, your score is 72 over 100. You passed.
ありがとうございます。先生。
Okay, Shirasu-kun, your score is 32 over 100.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Girls, that was just a mock exam, so don't feel bad about it, okay? Alright, moving on. Raul-kun,
はい。
you scored 2.
もう。
That's it? Where's the other digit? Wait, what? Alright, time to announce the score of this club's elite. Shimoe-kun, let's see. 11.
まだ 100% の実力を見せてないのに。
Today's guide video will focus on the elite of the Makeup Work Club, Shimoe Koharu. She was in the Justice Discipline Committee, but because of her failing grades, she had no choice but to join this club. In order to graduate from this club, Koharu, along with her clubmates Hifumi, Hanako, and Asusa, must pass 1 out of 3 exams all at once. I believe that she's working hard to improve her scores, so there's nothing to be worried about, right? What is this? Okay, Koharu?
何？
You're not supposed to have this book.
やばいやばいやばい。何するつもり？
Before anything else, let's discuss Koharu's archetype. She's a sniper rifle user with increased damage on outer areas and reduced damage on urban areas. Regardless of her weapon type, she's a healer, so her attack is lower than most SR users, but her healing stat is high. At 3-star level 78 without any equipment and affection, Koharu has 2035 attack, 119 defense, 19,005 HP, and 6,467 healing. Increasing her rarity to 5 stars will increase her attack and her healing to 2,552 and 7,953 respectively. In comparison, Koharu has the lowest healing power amongst her fellow healers, Todaka Onsen, Serena, Shinatsu, Hanako, Hoka, and Ayane. Despite this fact, why is Koharu one of the better healers in Blue Archive? We will see the reason why through her skills and equipment. Let's move on with Koharu's skills. Her EX skill is called
Brother Maynard, bring up the holy hand grenade. How does it work?
This 3-cost EX skill heals all allies by 101% to 192% of her healing on a circular area while dealing damage to enemies by 227% to 431% of her attack. This skill is not only for healing multiple allies but also for cleaving mobs. Her basic skill is called I'll Heal You. This skill lets her heal an ally for 80.8% to 153% of her healing whenever that ally's HP drops below 50%. This skill has a 20-second cooldown after each use. The condition for this skill to activate is convenient, especially if you want to ensure the survivability of your team. So far, this basic skill is one of the few basic skills that heals an ally, but unlike Koharu, Ako, and Serena's basic skill triggers in a given time interval. Her enhanced skill is called I'm Giving It My All.
Me too, kid.
And this skill increases her attack by 14% to 26.6%. Finally, her sub-skill is called Because I'm Elite. Every 30 seconds, this skill increases her healing by 21.5% to 41% for 20 seconds. This means that there's a 10-second window between each activation. Her kit revolves around providing a lot of heals. So, her EX skill takes the highest priority. This followed by her basic skill to increase its multiplier, then the sub-skill, and finally her enhanced skill. Her enhanced skill is on the lowest priority because we don't really need damage from her. And besides, we can increase her attack and healing with her equipment. Koharu's equipment is composed of a hat, a hairpin, and a necklace. Her hat gives attack and crit damage at tier 4. Her hairpin gives max HP and CC resistance at tier 4. Her necklace gives healing percentage, CC strength percentage, and a little bit of attack percentage at tier 5. For her equipment priority, go for the necklace, then for the hat, and then the hairpin. You don't have to strictly follow this, but upgrade your necklace as much as possible for more healing. Koharu's unique equipment is her signature sniper rifle that she obtained when she was in the Justice Committee, Justice Black. At 2 stars, her enhanced skill, I'm giving it my all, is upgraded to I'm giving it my all plus. Aside from the attack percentage increase, this upgraded enhanced skill further increases her attack by flat 250 to 475. At 3 stars, her area affinity towards other areas is upgraded from S to SS. As any other 3-star students, Koharu's UE is unlockable by gathering 220 of her LF to raise her rarity to 5 stars. Additionally, you need 320 of her LF to raise her UE to 3 stars. Her unique equipment further increases her attack, HP, and healing by 500, 3,331, and 1,380 respectively at 3 stars level 50. To see if Koharu's actually good, let's point out her strengths and weaknesses. Despite having the lowest healing stat amongst her fellow healers, she can still deliver a potent healing to her teammates. Instead of a given time interval, her basic skill comes to the rescue whenever one of her teammates' HP drops below 50%, so no healing is potentially wasted. And besides, her healing cooldown is impressively low compared to Serena's 35-second interval and Aqua's 45-second interval. She can also deal damage to enemies with her EX skill. Additionally, Koharu completely improves your team's composition. Let me explain. Koharu removes the need of a dedicated healer on the special slot, making way for DPS and buff supports on your backline. And since her healing is potent enough to keep your teammates alive, provided you raise your skills high enough, this may eliminate the need of a tank, availing that slot for one more DPS on your team. This is precisely why Koharu is pretty much recommended in higher difficulty raids. But what about her weaknesses? Koharu is more of a healer than a damage dealer, so her enhanced skill, which increases her attack, wouldn't make much sense. On the other hand though, this can help her lack of damage, which could potentially help when it comes to clearing mobs. But let's be honest here, there are already a select few who can do the job with much ease. Let's compare Koharu with other healers. Serena, unlike most healers, has a basic skill that heals an ally with the lowest HP for every 35 seconds. This is why she is considered better than most healers. She can also work along with Koharu in healing Hieronymus totems with her potent single target EX skill. One of the strategies in Kaidenchu raid, specifically on the first phase, uses Serena's box to move Tsubaki forward to attract all aggro towards her. Hanae has an EX skill that applies continuous healing on an ally, while Hanako applies continuous healing to all allies on the circular area. The similarity between the two is their basic skill that gives defense to an ally with the lowest HP, but Hanako has a better scaling and up. Meanwhile, Buka drops a cooking pot on a specific location and grants an instance of healing to allies moving near it. Her basic skill is also similar to Hanae and Hanako, but she gives it to the ally with the highest current HP. On the other hand, Nodoka Onsen has an EX skill that lets her heal allies within a circular area with random snacks with different scalings. She also increases the incoming healing of the ally with the lowest HP with her basic skill. Hinatsu heals and single ally with her EX skill and grants evasion to the ally with the lowest HP with her basic skill. And finally, Ayane deploys a healing drone that gives an instance of healing to all allies in the circular area, and she drops another one that gives crit resistance with her basic skill. TLDR, if you're wondering what's the major difference between Koharu and her fellow healers, let me tell you just one thing. Koharu can deal damage while others can't. In conclusion, is Koharu actually good? Well, since she's an elite, yes. Her healing capabilities are impressive with her EX and basic skill, making her capable of completely changing your formation for the better. Her EX skill can heal allies and deal damage to enemies, making it a very diverse skill. With that, we can conclude that she is the best healer in the game. With Koharu vacating one slot on the backline, we can set it up by adding a damage buffer like Aqua and Kotama, or another DPS like Karin and Hibiki. Despite how Koharu changes the game, it's still fine to use the traditional team setup, in which the healer is on the back. And that's it for Koharu's guide video. Koharu is a great healer and shines on PvE and raids. With a good amount of investment, Koharu can ensure that everyone on the field will survive with her healing. And even though she's delusional and stupid learning, she can definitely prove that she's also a great addition to your roster. So, what student should I showcase next? Leave your suggestions in the comments below. Also, if you're not subscribed to this channel yet, go ahead and sub now, and follow my Twitch on twitch.tv/TurbokuMode. That's it for now, and Koharu, the answer is not 69.
見つけましたよ。何その変なのは。
See you next time.